Hi my friends, so here we have more cleanup updates. I hope they're very useful. Thank you. Okay, so let's say a few words about the refrigerator. So you're gonna use your olives, you're gonna use your mustard. Okay, you're gonna use what you have. Whichever you have, you're gonna use and clean once a week. You're gonna wipe them down, a drop of soap, and then come wipe it out. You're gonna use not paper towels. Paper towels that you already have can only be used for sprouting if needed. Okay, you're gonna use cotton little towels. Okay, and you're gonna use other things you have. Okay, because we're not throwing away, it's not worth it. Some people have nothing to eat, they were struggling for a long time. So go ahead and eat the things that you have. All right? Okay, so for fruits and veggies, use first the ones that are covered and keep for afterwards the ones that are transparent. Okay, all refrigerators gonna have a lamp that is a camera. All right, so be aware of that. And every room, everywhere in the house, with the exception of the couple's bedroom and bathroom, gonna have those cameras. Only for people that left jail, you know, their time was not due, they're gonna have cameras at their bedroom and bathroom as well. Let's say a few words about freezers. Okay, so you're gonna be clean and use the same way. All first, you're gonna use the items that are mixed, like ready dinners that can be used on a microwave or at the oven, right? So the items that are mixed, you're gonna use first. Afterwards, you're gonna use the ones that come in a transparent top, transparent bag, okay? Or are individual items, all right? Okay, we're not going to have ice, but you can have a little cold water, okay, on summer months. Only summer months, not the whole year round, because you don't want to get used to that, okay? So you can have 1 or 2 bottles, 1 or 2 liters, no more. Okay, for summer months only, all right? And of course, if it's in very warm countries, we're gonna have a list of them, because cold countries don't need cold water at all. They just get water from the tap. Is the most reasonable, sustainable, and durable. All right, so for the transition time, I think up to what? Maybe, I don't know yet, but let's say maybe the first 4 weeks or 8 weeks. I'm gonna let you know after. We are not going to have cold water. Why is that? Because people are gonna have adopted kids. Some people might be really upset with what's going on until they catch up and feel great about. So we don't want anyone to be putting things on food or on water that other people of the family don't know, because they didn't have their whole house cleaned up yet. You know, because we know stories from the past of people that were mean and were putting things on drinks of other people. Okay, so I think up to 4 weeks of the organization launching day, from the organization launching day, we're not going to have cold water as well. Okay, everyone gonna be drinking tap water only. Juices are allowed while they're available. They are gone, they are gone. Okay, and we can only make juices, as I said, with fruits, if you have plenty, really plenty of them, at the local store or at their own community or their own site, fruits from fruit trees or fruit bushes that are available in town. All right, thank you. Talk to you soon. Okay, so if you have garlic powder, for example, with salt, what you're gonna do? Use them the same way. Use the ones that have other mixture first, and keep the ones that are plain for last. If you have 2 options of things, for example, like this one. They're two seasonal, right? One, let's say they're about the same. So what you're gonna do? I'm gonna use first the one that is not transparent and keep the one that is in a transparent bottle to use afterwards, okay? Because we want to make sure people are not keeping bad things on those things that can be put more inside very easily. You see there? Okay, so after the 28 weeks, we're not using those. Have to take them all out and have everything only in transparent bottles. So like this one, you have to take by the end of the 28 weeks before, because all those inspections will be done before the end of the 28 weeks, maybe even by the 10th week. We're gonna let you know afterwards. So you're gonna take all these things, put in a transparent bottle or transparent bag, and you can still use them, okay? If the inspector think that need a security guard, a security dog to smell them, depending on what you got, then it's something else. But you cannot keep anything colored after that day that we're going to say which day will be. All right? Okay, we're doing great. So let's say now a few words. So paper towel you're keeping, all the paper towel you have. Let's say you have some plastic film. You already have them, right? So instead of throwing them away, if you need them, you can use for seedlings to cover a container for them to sprout. If you don't need them, ready, send them ahead. If you have plenty of bags, like 5 or 10 bags, transparent bags, send the film to be recycled. Okay, the package of film. Okay, all right. So everyone can have one knife per house. Choose your best choice that until the new ones arrive, gonna be installed at people's wall, kitchen wall. All right. So make sure you got that. So if you have mustard, you can use all the mustard. Make sure you use them all by the due date that I really don't know yet. It's gonna be by the end of the 20 weeks week, where everything needs to be in transparent bottles. Okay? So use first the ones that come like that. Come with in a colored container, and leave the ones in a transparent container for afterwards. Okay? All right, you're doing great. All right, let's say a few more words. So keep your pans, as I said, keep all your plastic containers, your platters, bowls, right? The best as possible, the ones that are square rectangle, and avoid the round ones. But if the round ones are the ones that have, for example, soft cover, keep them because they're very sustainable, right? You can put warm items on them. Those very thick glasses, like for example, this one here. So bendable plastic, very good quality. You see here, very good quality, very thick Pyrex type. Okay, so keep them because they are sustainable, very strong. All right, so every family gonna see what's the best, what's the most sustainable. If you have a collection of them that ones fit inside the other, go ahead and keep them. All right, for soap, for dishwasher, for example, yes, go ahead and use this dishwasher because we're gonna use the soap until the day they are leaving. But if you never washed dishes before, of course, start practicing as soon as possible. Okay? With the children, teens, adults, grandparents, everyone needs to be washing their dishes. But if you're in a hurry on that day, volunteering a lot, go ahead. You still have your dishwashers. Wash everything in the dishwashers. Get it done and save that few minutes because you're going to learn how to wash dishes by hand and fast soon, right? So just do the best you can for now. Be sustainable, practical, use your time really well, because a lot more we need to do. So like me, I'm getting up almost every day at 4, but we still do exercise, and then we work out, then we take a shower, and then we do salads and eat, and all this, when you see, 2 hours gone, right? So it's a lot. We have to get organized so we can have things done. Okay? All right. So if you're moving out, do the best you can. If you're leaving to move close by, get the best as possible, because you're not doing huge moving things. But you can have a car and, you know, move your items before you put your car to recycle. Okay? All right. So if you have Ziploc bags, keep them all, because you're going to use them for many different things. You can bring fruits to a park. You can make sprouts if your area is cold. Keep them until we have that information. Keep them. So if you have a box of Ziploc bags, for example, transparent Ziploc bags, or with a word or two is okay, because some are printed already. Take the box, because have many ink, all the boxes of everything that has ink. What you're gonna do? Put them already in a trash, because you're gonna cancel the trash. Remember those details, okay? So if you have anything like that, that's not mine, but just give an example, okay? Go ahead, put them on a trash, because they have ink. We want to avoid to have ink in our gardens, because there are many families. All right, so it's forbidden from notice day for people to bring notice day until the organization launching day. You can bring food home. After that, you can, from restaurants. After that, you cannot bring food home anymore. And for all house food, okay, you have to stop ordering, and you have to stop delivery. For producers and drivers, up to 2 weeks to make their new arrangements, okay, and tell their clients that's only in person and things like that. 2 weeks, right? For producers, good producers that are not so harmful. Like sandwiches, pizzas, ready food, and things like that. But for people purchasing them, unless they don't have other option, I think up to 2 days maybe, right? I think that's reasonable. 2 days, because maybe they didn't have time to go to supermarket, maybe that's what they were doing. So I think 2 days are plenty. Everyone gonna find time to go and buy some food. Okay, if they are elders, then we're gonna see. I think we can give 4 days, and they can extend to 10 days or so, right? For elders that cannot walk to the supermarket, and maybe they were having food delivered to them with consistency. So the person that are helping them out, or the person that already delivering that food, can already let them know, or already bring some food from supermarket that they can cook. But some don't even know how to cook, right? Like United States, many don't know how to cook. Okay, so I think we talk about all these basic items, and we go from there. Thank you so much. Let's get our houses and apartments all cleaned. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Okay, so for measuring cups, you're gonna keep what you have in your own language until new ones arrive with proper measuring, proper, style, proper material. Okay, all right. For pans, pots, and plates or bowls, just keep the best as possible according to our guidelines. So for example, instead of very big plates, keep small plates. But if you have bowls, keep only small plates for a few days or a few weeks and focus on the bowls. All right? you have to be smart and do everything according to your condition, because some people have money, they can go ahead and already buy the ones and in countries that already offer them. But some people don't have money, and also they don't have in their country. Even those that have money don't have available in their country the ones they're going to be using. Just do the best you can, all right? If you have way too many pots, keep a few on the size you think going to be sustainable for you, because you're going to have mostly 4 or 8 pots, because our families right now are going to be really, really big. We need big pots, pans, okay? All right, so just for now, do the best you can. So a pan like this size, for example, you know, it's very good. Keep your wooden spoons, because as I said, you're gonna have many family members. So keep them. All right, try to focus on pots that are non-stick, you know, and thick, because some that are too thin burn like the rice all the time, or almost burn. Okay, just do the best you can, you know. And do not change, people that have stoves like that, do not change the plate. You see, mine is really old, but do not change, because we're gonna change soon for the flat ones. So it's less things to be recycled. All right, so if you have bowls like that, this is just an idea, right? What you're gonna do, you're gonna start using them with your family all the time until the news are available. For school, you're gonna use the best option you have. Okay, if you have too many disposable, you can use for that 1 week, no more. Recycle the rest, you have to figure out. But if you're in the middle of nowhere and have this school, probably you already use reusables, like in many countries. But United States is hard. A lot is disposable, and in other countries as well. All right, so let's say a few words about wooden spoons and spatulas. All right, so just do the best you can for now. Keep them all. Keep the plastic ones, keep the bamboo ones, all right, for spatulas and also for spoons, all right. This one, I was just cooking the beans here. So just do the best you can for now, okay? All right, and keep them all until you have proper. If you have way too many, you can share for community. Gonna be a place there. So let's say keep 2 spatulas, 2 spoons, a reasonable amount for now, but do not throw away, do not send them out until details are given. If you have a spatula for baking items, because you can bake until the ovens are picked up, you can bake, that's fine. Use those flours as soon as possible. Make the things that are healthier the most as possible, but use them. We're not throwing them away. People that cannot have gluten are not going to use gluten, and the ones that can use. All right, 4 things that to wash bottles, for example, that's just an example here. Infants nursing bottles, right? You can keep them while you have this program, or nursing your own child until 2 years old. Every mother gonna go to that program if their child is up to 18 months. They still have a few more months. They're going to go back, have their relaxed time, you know, quiet time, and try to have, because we know from times ago that even slaves, mothers, women used to nurse babies of other mothers. So if they start having this quiet time, follow instructions that will be posted online, you know, I think until the child is 18 months old, I think is really, really sustainable and reasonable. Okay? Because those milk, my friends, can help a child for life. You know, a few months of nursing can help them to have better brain, better immune system. So I think up to 18 months is really, really good. Even 20 months, yeah, even up to 20 months, okay? All right, so for plates, you're gonna keep the white ones the most as possible for each family, because you need to eat somewhere, right? The white ones the most as possible instead of the ones that are very colorful, okay? For platters or for for platters, right? You're gonna have the ones that are rectangle or squares rather than ones are oval, because they can use better space on cabinetry, on the refrigerator, okay? All right. Also have your steaming pan, because they're very sustainable, very usable, and if they're good quality, they can last for decades and decades. All right, put a little water there, steam your veggies, for babies, for adults, for anywhere, steam them and done. Okay, so those are very good and last forever. Have your popcorn pan, use always the same, okay, because as soon as microwave is gone, we're not using those microwave pans anymore. If any popcorn is left on a supermarket or at your house that are sold in envelopes, go ahead, cut them out and use a regular pan if you don't have those microwaves anymore, okay? So you're keeping your baking pans, large rectangle pans, a little longer, because as we saw, until better information is given, because might be useful for putting bricks and sprouting seeds. That's one of their last options, but just keep them a little longer, okay? All right, thank you so much. You're doing great, really good, my friends. Talk to you soon. Okay, my friends, so let's talk about the kitchen cleanup. So many families have some cans, some food, dry items, and things like that. So let's talk about dry items, okay? So if you have, let's say you have two, you're gonna sort them out in two piles, okay? That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna sort them out in two piles. One pile gonna be the plain ones, all right, and the other pile gonna be the ones with many mixtures, all right, and I'm going to show you a few examples, okay? All right, doing great. All right, the main objective is don't make anyone crazy, all right? I'm gonna separate them, those two piles, and use first the ones that are with mixture items, all right? So for example, if you have beans or rice with seasoning and things like that, you're gonna use them first, and then you're gonna use the other rice that's plain. All right, that's for rice, okay? All right, so if you have beans with other items in it, such as veggies or meat or something like that, what you're gonna do? You're gonna use them first, and then you're gonna use the cans of food, of beans that are plain. All right. If you have like a sauce, that's not the refrigerator stuff. I'm talking about the ones with salsa, like hot sauce, okay? What you're gonna do, you're gonna use first the ones that with mixture items, and then the ones that are plain with one or two items, okay? For vinegar, you're gonna keep them all, apple cider vinegar, and all the others, all right? Gonna keep them all because we're gonna use them all a long time. If you have jelly, yes, we're gonna keep them. People that are older need to use a tiny bit, but children, teens, yes, gonna use, we're not throwing them away, okay? You can use the least as possible so people get used to don't have sugar. We don't want anyone crazy. The main thing is to don't have drugs. That's the main thing. Sugar is bad. Yes, it's bad. will be considered as drug for us. Yes, will be considered, but for this transition time, go ahead, use them. You have them, you use them wisely, and for adults the least as possible, because everyone gonna be getting used to have the least sugar as possible. White sugar, brown sugar, honey, sugar from fruits, and everything else. All right. Okay, if you have tea bags, what you're gonna do? You know, you can take all the bags, if they are in paper bag, or if they are in, you know, this small packages. All right, so that's how you're gonna do. If you can keep the bags, you're gonna put them in a transparent plastic bag, okay, because you can take the air out and they can last longer. All right, if the tea bag has that little, you know, soaking thing with ink, you just take that part out and keep the rest. Or if they are in a ink envelope, like this one here, you see, this one here. So what you're gonna do, you just take the envelope out. All right, I think that's sustainable. And then you keep the bag. All right, because the bag, you can take them apart if they are just cotton, not synthetic, of course, because you can use them at the compost. If they are synthetic and not biodegradable, what you're going to do, you're going to open all of them up, cut with the scissors on the side, and put them in a plastic container, in a plastic bag, whichever you think is the most durable. All right? And get all the big bags, like this one, the boxes, you're already gonna send them out because way too many ink. We're not keeping those. All right? Okay. So if you have, let's talk about the good items now, right? That you might have. Oh, and if you have white sugar, the same as jelly, go ahead, use them a little bit, the least as possible for your body to get used to, and you don't have to get new ones. Okay? All right. If you have coffee in beans, make sure you already grind them before you send out the electric grinder. Or if it's manual, make sure you can already talk to your community. You're gonna have the day to choose the best one or the best two, and keep in an available place for when you're gonna be harvesting your own, to grind manually and keep them. So if you have coffee in bags that have the aluminum inside, you know, those types, what you're gonna do, you're going to send them out as soon as possible and put in a transparent bag, because remember, you're canceling trash soon, and those bags cannot be recycled. They have to be burned, because inside they're aluminum, but outside they have all this paint and all these things. All right? Okay. So let's say a few words about the good items that you're gonna save for after. All right, this is now the second pile. So everything else I said before was about to use it first. Okay, so if you have oats that by itself, not the cereal is part of to use first, because they have sugar, they have many items together. Everything that are many items together go first, use first. All right, so let's say you have popcorn by itself, gonna be used afterwards. And which one I'm gonna use first? The ones that have butter, the microwave ones, because you still have microwaves for a few days, right? So you're gonna have the date. When is the microwave pickup day? Gonna be listed there for each community. So use those first. Make sure to use those first. And then the pepper, the same way. Keep the ones with the least ingredients for afterwards. But don't throw them away, because some people like them. It's fine, no problem. And the beans, or spicy chili beans, or whatever it is, or even green beans in cans. Not good, not healthy, no, but we're not throwing them away either. They can last for months, even a year, okay? And wait for better details at the organization website as soon as they are available. Okay? And if you have jars, the same way, keep them, because if we have any fruit that it's a lot, you know, we can use those items. All right? Okay. So thank you so much, and we go from there.